mentally, physically. We're excited, man. We're excited. If the fight was next Saturday, we will be ready. We talk about Roy. Roy was 4 years ago. Today, Mike is much better than.
As the countdown enters its final hours, anticipation for the highly awaited showdown between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson is at a fever pitch. With both fighters bringing distinct strengths and compelling backstories into the ring, fans are buzzing, with speculation over how the fight will unfold. Could this be the moment Jake Paul solidifies his status as a legitimate boxing contender? Or will Mike Tyson's legendary power and vast experience overwhelm the younger fighter? Several possible scenarios loom. Known for his devastating early-round knockouts, Tyson may come out swinging with his signature aggression. His explosive uppercuts and lightning-fast hooks could immediately put Paul on the defensive. If Tyson retains even a fraction of the speed and power that made him a boxing icon, Paul could find himself weathering. While Tyson's power is undeniably intimidating, Jake Paul has demonstrated resilience and surprising adaptability in his previous bouts. If he can survive the early onslaught, Paul may find opportunities to showcase his counterpunching abilities. Over the course of his training, he's developed a sharp jab and effective body shots, tools he could use to wear Tyson down over time. Paul might also look to capitalize on his reach advantage, using it to keep Tyson.
How much this fight means to him. He sees this as the cherry on top of his career.
On my fight with Roy Jones, I allowed him to fight on the card.
Endurance is expected to be a critical factor in this fight. At 58, Tyson may look to end things early, aware that stamina could be a limitation at his age. In contrast, Paul, being significantly younger, may try to exploit this by dragging the bout into the later rounds, aiming to wear Tyson down. If the fight goes the distance,
and that he could end in the dopest way possible by taking out the most famous boxer of current times that's disrupted.
Both Tyson and Paul possess knockout power, but the scale and impact are notably different. Tyson's punches are the stuff of legend, capable of ending a fight with a single devastating blow. Paul, though less experienced, has developed a strong, overhand right that can be dangerous. If it lands cleanly, with both fighters carrying the potential to finish the bout at any moment, a single lapse in defense could lead to a dramatic knockout.
He gets a lot of hate for whatever reason they feel like they need to hate him on. In my opinion, I think most of the hate comes from a place of jealousy. But I can also understand the fact that there's some reflection on yourself, because you see a guy who didn't come from this sport, but give more to the sport than 99% of the people that are in the sport.
The mental game will be a crucial factor in this fight. Tyson is no stranger to high-pressure situations, having battled some of the greatest fighters in history during his prime. Paul, on the other hand, is facing the biggest challenge of his career and will need to stay mentally sharp and composed. Any hesitation or lapse in focus could give Tyson the opening he needs to strike. Conversely, if Tyson underestimates Paul, he could be caught off guard and forced onto the defensive. Maintaining focus and respecting each other.
I'm not getting my bit off on Friday night, so I got my diamond spiked ear covers right there.
All right. If Tyson's power proves too overwhelming, the fight could be over within the early rounds. He might unleash a brutal combination that breaks through Paul's defenses, leading to a quick knockout. Fans of Tyson are anticipating a return of his trademark aggression, especially at the start. For Paul, this means extreme caution will be essential in the opening rounds. He'll need to stay alert, avoid getting drawn into Tyson's.
Everyone wants to know what's going through your mind. Is the old Mike back? Is vintage Mike back? Let us know.
Are you talking to me right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm back, yeah.
You're the star.
I'm just happy to be here.
If Paul can withstand Tyson's early onslaught, he may be able to turn the tide by the middle rounds. By maintaining a solid defense and using his reach to keep his distance, Paul could begin to wear Tyson down. As the fight enters the later rounds, any dip in Tyson's stamina could give Paul the chance to take control and possibly win by decision, highlighting his evolution as a more disciplined and strategic boxer. An unpredictable but thrilling scenario could see both fighters trading knockdowns in a dramatic back-and-forth battle. Tyson's explosive power might drop Paul, only for Paul to rally and fire back with his own shots. Such a clash would keep fans on.
No, someone's getting put to sleep. It's going to be a war, and we're both heavy hitters. It's not going the full 16 minutes.
If both fighters go the distance and remain on their feet through all the rounds, the outcome may ultimately rest in the hands of the judges. In that case, Paul's youth and conditioning could give him a slight edge, especially if he's able to stay composed and land accurate shots throughout the fight. While Tyson's power is always a threat, his punches could become less consistent as...
I'm not gonna lose.
But you say that in the last minute of the second
I am
countdown.
not gonna lose. Did you hear what I said?
Thank you.
Many fans are fully backing Tyson. After all, we're talking about Iron Mike, one of the most legendary figures in boxing history. His reputation, built on years of dominance and unforgettable knockouts, still commands immense respect. But let's be real, the age gap in this fight is a major factor. Tyson is 58, while Paul is just 27. That's a 31-year difference, and it's bound to influence how this fight plays out. Casual fans often think boxing is all about skill and technique, and while those elements are absolutely essential, there's more to the equation. In terms of technical ability, Tyson is in a league of his own. His boxing IQ, developed over decades in the ring, is unmatched. His mastery of timing, positioning, and movement is far beyond...
Well, I think he's going to look good in the picture when he's on the canvas and I'm standing over him. There's a lot of talk online saying you're going to kill me, and it's just nothing in person. I don't know. It's pretty boring, pretty boring.
In his prime, Mike Tyson was known not just for his power, but for his incredible durability, able to absorb heavy shots and keep moving forward. But even the toughest fighters aren't immune to time. Years of taking hard punches and enduring grueling battles inevitably leave a mark. It's a harsh reality of the sport. Repeated knockouts and physical punishment accumulate, and today, Tyson shows signs of both age and wear, making him more susceptible to knockouts than someone like Jake Paul, who hasn't faced the same physical toll. On the other side, there's Jake Paul. Regardless of public opinion, the fact remains, he's 27, energetic, and in the prime of his physical condition. That youth is a major asset in a demanding sport like boxing, where endurance and the ability to absorb punishment are crucial. Unlike Tyson, Paul hasn't endured decades of ring wars, which means his body is fresher, and he may be better equipped to take big shots and keep fighting. If Tyson lands a few clean hits, Paul might be able to shake them off and continue pressing forward, something that can't be overlooked when a...
Nice. Come on, punching. Yeah.
Tyson's power may still be formidable, but his speed, once one of his most lethal weapons, has inevitably declined with age. Even for a still quick 58-year-old, time catches up, and the question remains, will he be fast enough to slip and counter Jake Paul's strikes effectively? On the other side, Paul may not have Tyson's decades of experience, but he's taken his boxing journey seriously. What began as a YouTube novelty has transformed into a dedicated pursuit of the sport. With 3 to 4 years of intense training under elite coaches, Paul is no longer a novice. He's spent countless hours in professional gyms, refining his technique and learning from some of the best minds in boxing, and his knockout power can't be ignored. He's proven it with decisive finishes, flattening Tyron Woodley and dropping Anderson Silva. While neither opponent was in their prime, Paul's punching power is real. He brings a kind of untamed energy to the ring, with the raw strength to end a
Yeah, it's cute. You know, I fear no man, so I want him to be that old savage Mike. He says he's going to kill me. Is that what you're going to do, Mike? Because I'm ready. I want that killer. I want the hardest match possible Friday night, and I want there to be no excuses from everyone at home when I knock him out. So is that what you're going to bring, Homicidal?